hope everybody's good. Today we're going to be doing a full body practice for strength and flexibility. So do what you can and follow along, and hopefully you'll find it really beneficial. So we're just going to start with our hands on our knees, sitting up as tall as you can. Remember, you can sit up on a cushion if you find your lower back's a little bit tight in this position. And let's just take a couple of deep breaths in. Close your eyes. Just focus on the breath, breathing in and exhale. Another breath in and exhale. Take your left hand to the mat, extend your right arm right out to the side, up and over, shoulders down, and let's just bend over to the side. Try and keep both sit bones grounded into the mat. Really good stretch for your lower back, hip, inside of your body, and extend back up, and breathing in and breathing out. Really keep that right hand pressed into the mat so it keeps you a little bit more grounded on your sit bones. And back up again and again, breathing in, up and over, and extending up. Breathing in and exhale. And then just coming up. This time you're just going to bring both arms up and then just come forward as much as you can over your legs. And coming back up and forward. And back up. Have your palms facing towards your head. So it just keeps your shoulders nicely stable. Keeps you a little bit easier to stay grounded into the mat. And nice time breathing in and breathing out. And then just place your hands on your knees, and you're just going to take your chest forward and then out to the side, and round your back. Use your knees as a leverage, so hold your hands on your knees firmly. And coming forward, so you're just going to circle like your pelvis and your lower body is a bowl, and your upper half is like a spoon stirring in that bowl. And breathing in as you come forward, round as you go back. Navel to the spine when you come back. Just really warms up all of your lower back and your hips. And coming forward, and then reverse it, breathing in and breathing out, breathing in. Go as far forward as you can, as much out to the side as you can without coming off your sit bones too much. And just keep your breath going. You might hear a little bit of cracking and popping. That's all good. It just means your body's slowly warming up. Forward and rounding back, and then coming back to centre, and then just take your arms out to the side, have your palms facing the front, and then just round your back like someone's punched you in the belly button, navel to their spine. Press those palms together, sitting back a little bit off your sit bones, and then extend your arms out, and then just come forward slightly as much as you can. And so this is a seated cat-cow, and rounding, breathing out, really pull that navel to the spine, get your head in between your arms, and then coming forward and extend your chest forward, arms going back slightly, and then again, breathing out, and breathing in. And then cross your left hand underneath your right, and then just come into eagle arms. I mean, even if you just get to here, that's fine. But if you can cross it over that last little bit, that'd be great. And then you're going to breathe in. Lift your elbows up. And then breathe out. And round your back. Breathing in, chest coming forward slightly. And breathing out. breathing in. And breathing out. And then extend your arms out again, out to the side. This time, cross the right one into the left. And then bring your palms together if you can. Or just do what you did on the other side. And lift your elbows up. Slight back bend. And then rounding. Exhaling. Elbows into your navel. And breathing in. This is called eagle arms. And breathing in. And breathing out. One more time, breathing in. And breathing out. And extend your arms out, really relax them out to the side. And then back down. And then just have your hands on the mat. And let's just come up onto your fingertips, raising your shoulders up. And then relaxing down. Breathing in. And out. Out through your mouth. Breathing in through your nose. Out through your mouth. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Good. Alright. Now let's just come round to on your hands and knees. Into tabletop. Hands underneath your shoulders. Knees underneath your hips. And let's just circle your hips around. Just to get them nice and relaxed and warmed up. And back the other way. Circle. And then come back to centre. And then just curl your toes under. Lift your hips up. And let's pedal out a downward facing dog. So have your chest heading back towards the tops of your thighs. Make sure you've got space between your fingers on the mat. Really press those palms into the mat. Really work through your feet. Come up onto your toes. And then when you're ready, come up onto your toes and then just slowly head towards the mat as far as you can today. Make sure you have your ribs knitting in towards each other so they're not all hanging out. You've got them nicely engaged in the rib cage. Hold it here. And then when you're ready, let's just come forward onto your knees and coming down, sliding forward onto your belly. Have your elbows right underneath your shoulders, and we're coming into Sphinx pose. So have your feet slightly apart and pull forward with your hands forward through to the top of the mat. To feel like you're trying to lift your navel up off the mat. Deep breath here. And then when you're ready, just stay in this position, but just take your head to look back towards your feet. So really good side twist for your oblique muscles at the side of your belly. And then the other side, breathing in and breathing out, and we'll repeat it, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing, still feeling that pulling forward towards the front of the mat, and breathing out. And then come back onto your knees, curl your toes under, come into downward facing dog, and just pedal it out. Now this time, you're going to come forward into a high plank. So really pressing through those palms, strong shoulders, engage your core, and then just lower your knees down, and then sit back on your toes. Just uncurl your little toe if it's curled under, and just up nice and tall here. And then just bring your arms forward, up by your ears and back, and just circle them around. Really good position, this toe squat for your feet. Because often our feet get neglected, and they get in shoes and they don't really ever get stretched out. And then reverse it, breathing in, Nice long deep breath. Very nice fluid motion with the arms. Try not to strain through your shoulders. And then just shake your shoulders out, shake your arms out. Come forward off your toes and just stretch them out. Then coming forward, lower down. And just take your hands out a little bit further forward than your shoulders, and we're coming into Cobra. So just come into whatever position is comfortable for you so it's not going into your lower back too much. Make sure you've got your feet a little bit further apart. And engage your knees so your knees are up off the mat. So it puts less strain into your lower back. And then stay here, deep breath, and then lower down. Just relax your head to one side. And when you're ready, breathing in, coming back up. The further out your hands are, the easier it is. So if you've got your hands right in here, it's a lot more difficult. So just wherever you feel is comfortable for you, so it's not putting any pain into your lower back. Make sure you engage those knees up off the mat, point your toes, and then coming back down. Big toes together, knees wide apart, and coming into child's pose. And then when you're ready, coming back up. Curl your toes under, pedal through your feet. And then lower your heels towards the mat. Knit your ribs together. Head looking towards between your feet. And then just step your right foot forward. Hold it here. Place your left hand on the mat and let's do a side twist. Hold it here, deep breath. Try and keep your front knee going forward and then back down. And then just turn your back foot out, coming into Warrior Two. Bring your arms up and exhale. Breathing in. Go further down. Breathing in. Really working into the thighs. Breathing out. And one more time, breathing in and breathing out. And then let's turn to the other side into Warrior Two. Hold it here. Breathing in. Really strong position with those arms and breathing out. Really go into those thighs and lifting up. And breathing in, breathing out. One more time, breathing in, breathing out. And let's turn back, coming to the front of your mat, and let's come forward, roll forward, down towards the mat. Lift your right leg, extend it out behind you, pointing your toe, and then just bend the knee that you're standing on, and lift your leg up a little bit higher. So you're coming into like a standing split. Hold it here. And then extend your elbows, straighten your knee and look forward, out over your mat. And then coming back down. Legs still there. Stretching out away from your hip and then extend, coming up on your fingertips, looking out in front of your mat, straightening your supporting leg. And then one more time, bend. And coming up on your fingertips, really stretching as much as you can, and then coming down. And let's come down with your knee on the mat, and let's just stay here for a moment. Just relax. And then when you're ready, bring that left foot behind the right hand and extend out into child's pose. I'll just come a little bit further forward on my mat. Stay here up on your hands. Remember, you can put a block underneath or a cushion underneath that left hip. Just really extend that back leg out. Try and get it right behind you if you can. And just stay here up on your hands. And deep breath in again. facing back up. Just let's do a couple of hip circles. And then we're just going to come to the front of the mat, so step forward, bending over your legs. And let's bend in your left leg so your knee's level with the other knee, and you're looking down at your foot, then coming out, up onto your fingertips, stretch both legs out, looking out in front of the mat, shoulders square, hips as square as you can, and then bend your knee, coming down, and then extend out and up, and then bend down. Extend, very good for strengthening the legs, and then down. And hold it here for a moment. And then coming down, just relax that knee on the mat, and let's just bring that right foot behind the left hand, coming into pigeon pose. Up on your hands. Deep breaths here. You might find it easier to place your palms on the mat, just whichever you feel more comfortable with staying in this position. Long deep breath. And then when you're ready, coming back, just circle your hips around. Coming into downward facing dog. And then step into the middle of the mat, come to standing up, bend your knees, coming to standing up. Facing the front, let's take your legs really wide, so your heels are behind your toes. Deep breath in, deep breath out, and deep breath in, and this time folding forward out from your hips, coming over your legs, and just holding on to wherever you can, coming forward, dropping your head down towards the mat in whichever position you're in. And take a few deep breaths. And then when you're ready, place your left hand in the middle of the mat and just extend your right arm up to the ceiling. And then back down, replace the right one with the left one with the right, and then extend. And then coming back down. And then just bend your elbows, head towards the mat. Stay here for a moment. And then when you're ready, bring your toes in a little bit closer together and have your heels coming in towards the middle of the mat. Bend your knees. Have your hands on the mat for the moment. You might like to stay here. You might actually find it easier not to sit back lifting your hands off, so wherever you feel is comfortable for you. And then just place your hands in front of your sternum into a yogi squat. Now if you're finding it a little bit intense in this position, you might want to put a cushion or a blanket to help you balance, or you might just want to come up and stay up a little bit higher. You still get a really good stretch in your hips. Couple of deep breaths. And then place your left hand on the mat, extend your right one up. And then up. And then both hands down. Bring your feet in together. Coming back down onto the mat. And let's just do a couple of side stretches here. Breathing in and breathing out. And then swing your legs around, and let's come into lying on our backs in Savasana. So relax your feet out away from your hips. Relax your shoulders away from your neck. Palms facing up. And let's just relax into the mat. Just breathe deeply into your body. If you'd like to stay here, just stay here in this position. Otherwise, just bring your arms up above your head, bring your feet together, big stretch. Roll over to your side into fetal position, then press yourself up, coming up to sitting. And let's just have a little twist around to the right side, so pulling it nice and tall. And coming back round, breathing in and breathing out. And then a deep breath in, exhaling. Arms to your forehead. Namaste. Thank you for joining me here today, yogis, and I hope to see you again on the mat soon. And if you like my channel, please subscribe, and if you have any comments, please leave them in the comments box below. Have a great day.